Welcome to the defining moment of the great game again, football. It's the World Cup Central here on Channel 1 TV. I am Bernard Abeku, and we're going to talk about that game, France and England. What kind of game do you even expect, at this stage of the competition? I want to know from you. So a number will pop up, after I take a quick break and I get back in studio, introduce you to my guest. So you also join the conversation. It's interactive. This is World Cup Central on Channel 1 TV. We will be back.
From across Ghana to the heart of Tamale, the very best of made in Ghana products, services, innovation, education, enterprise, homegrown businesses, and indigenous corporate organizations are all coming together at one exciting event. The Northern Business Fair 2026, your one-stop destination to discover, shop, connect, network, and explore new business opportunities in Northern Ghana. Whether you are an entrepreneur, investor, student, business owner, or consumer, this is where Ghanaian excellence meets opportunity. Join us on Saturday 25th and Sunday 26th July 2026 at Jubilee Park Tamale from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Are you ready to showcase your business to the nation and beyond? Call 0205 973 973 now and secure your spot. The Northern Business Fair 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, the National Petroleum Authority, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and North Shore Apparel Ghana Limited. The Northern Business Fair 2026, your market, your connections, your growth.
Well, it's a bronze final. We'll be live on TV later, but it's a good moment to discuss it even before that time, isn't it? I'll not be doing this alone. This is Channel 1 TV. You're welcome once more. World Cup Central on your screen. I've got Yao Ej Mita with me in the studio to help with the analysis. Yao, how are you?
I'm doing very well.
You look good. I love your shirt.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
much. Yeah. Good to have you, Yao Ej Mita. And Ryan, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Is this your first time here?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
Well, first time in front of the camera anyway, but thank you.
First time in front of the camera?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
That's fantastic. Ryan Wilson is from the British High Commission, and he joins us today to discuss England, a country that's dear to his heart. Let me start off with you, Ryan. I mean, so far in this journey in the World Cup, are you disappointed as an English fan watching your team get to play the bronze final?
Yeah, to a point. I mean, there's a chance through this game to have the best place finish that England have had since 1966. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there is something to play for. I think what makes it disappointing is that, game on game we were building, and it looked as if the players were building in confidence, and even if, a couple luckily went our way here and there. But then we reached the Argentina game, and I mean, I can't describe how it felt like to see the goal go in. Anthony Gordon puts us 1-0 up. I was ecstatic. And then the substitutions come on, and it felt like we threw away a game. So for that perspective, yeah, it's disappointing. Yeah.
Wow. I come ask you about the coach and whether he should stay or not, because in the space, there's a lot of conversation around that. I mean, look, we've had a lot to say about this English team, but again, the conversation is as if some people do not believe in some of the lads. I don't know if it's tactical, but Constance is a good player, I believe. He comes in and it's like everybody goes wild. Oh, why did you put him in? We should not play a back five and all of that. I mean, I don't know what you make of that.
Well, it's something that's similar or akin to what Africans have basically been dealing with, looking at the performance of African teams in this World Cup. Because you look at the individual players, they play in Europe with these same players who line up for their various countries. But when they come together as a group and they are to face those same players from other countries, then for some reason there's some level of inferiority complex, some level of not being able to be confident and to channel all their quality to the game. And so you look at them play and you ask yourself, is this the same guy that we watch every practically week in, week out for their clubs? It's as if once they get together, there's something on this platform, there's something that's always holding them back. And that's where you have many people questioning the mentality of the players, if there's a mental block, what is crippling them? Is it the overwhelming fear that maybe they don't want to be the ones to mess up and have a situation where for the next 4 years, because the next World Cup will be in 2030. So up until the time where there's another World Cup or even another international tournament, which in England's case, it will be the 2028 Euros, you will be the one whose name will always come up. Unlike a situation where at club side, you make a mistake, 1, 2, 3 weeks, it's gone, because there's other things to talk about. And so in that sense, you always have a situation where you're looking at the mentality of the players, what is holding them back, what is keeping them from being themselves. And it's the same thing with what we've been dealing with the African teams. And for England, it is the perfect situation, it's the perfectly same situation, because for some reason, something always holds them back, and it gets them to be a bit shaken up, a bit frightened, to revel in the moment and be able to be themselves in that moment. And when the lights shine, they take the lead in the 55th minute, and from then on, it's like, okay, we've taken the lead. How do we ensure that we get to the final without necessarily, being a bit adventurous? Because with adventure, it comes with risk, and so you don't want to take any risk. You just want to play it safe. You just want to keep it all under wraps, more or less. Just manage it and see it through, rather than going ahead and going for the kill. And that's exactly what happened to England. They started retreating deeper and deeper into their own half, and Argentina grew more and more in confidence, and it eventually led to the equalizer, and unfortunately a winner for Argentina.
Well, that's interesting, Ryan. I mean, England are the only nation this century to score first in World Cup semi-final and lose, and of course done that twice. With the issue of mentality he speaks of, Paul Scholes, my Manchester United sports goes, says something that, and even in the past, when he used to play, England always had this kind of problem facing the big boys in the game. They don't show up. When is this issue of this mental block going to end with this club? Because I feel this is the year Kane should have won the World Cup and maybe a potential Ballon d'Or winner as well. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I think the point that Jan made was really astute about the comparison of that sort of, inferiority in some ways. I saw England play in the Euro finals against Italy and against Spain, and I think Spain deservedly won that match, but we should have beaten Italy actually, and it was a kind of a similar thing. We gave it away a bit. I think what it comes down to in some ways is you look at the teams that we play where you have a genuinely all-time great on that team, and I think we seem to freeze a little bit. The impression I got from that match is we were attacking and attacking and attacking, and we got a goal, and then it was like we scared that we got the goal, so we wanted to protect the lead because we kept thinking all we need to do is try and shut out like Messi, and we're fine. But then what ends up happening is you invite him on. And I think that the team was really missing a couple of players that maybe, types of players rather than individuals that could have really made a difference. Like, we didn't really have anyone that could play really good possession-based football. You throw 3 defensive players on to try and shut them out, but you got to know what you do to keep the ball rather than inviting them on all the time. So I think there is something there, and it might have been signaled by the manager in some ways, unintentionally, that right, we've got a lead, I'm going to take you players off and just defend this lead. Psychologically, I think that might do something to the players to think, okay, yeah, maybe that's all we should do. Because I find it really interesting that post-match, so many of them, Bellingham, Kane and others, were saying, I don't know why we changed up our formation. I don't know why we changed our tactics, but we did what the manager asked. At the same time, not to blame everything on Thomas Tuchel, there's something, I think, around the players, the senior players like Bellingham and Kane, that if you feel that way and you see that it's not working on the pitch after 5-10 minutes or something like that, maybe just try and change it yourself and try and just engineer something. Go out and counter-attack at least a little bit, or try and gain possession back. But it just seemed as if there was just too much panic and we invited them on. So short answer to your question is I don't know what changes it. I think the best chance we have in some ways to try and overcome this, strangely, is this match now. If we are able to beat France, still a elite team, and finish third, maybe we can build on this ahead of the Euros in 2028 when it will be in the UK, and that should give the team a real fill-up to hopefully actually win that.
Oh, the conversation around Thomas Tuchel, right? Is it a guy to bring that mental, to bridge the gap, which we speak of now, that's mental toughness? Is he the guy to do the job? Because there's a lot of conversation around whether he should stay or not.
Yeah, I think he is. He's an elite coach. He's won many things with us, certainly the club game, and I don't really see who else would be available anyway. For those that are saying change him for who? I mean, there's no one else around that could possibly come in, I think, at this level, unless you have money for a Pep Guardiola, which I don't think the FA does, and unfortunately, Klopp has gone to Germany, so that's another contender gone. So I think with what he's been able to do in his first year in charge of this squad, to bring them on to the point where they've reached the semi-final, they're in a bronze medal match now, which is as good as what Southgate did back in 2018. He's more than earned the right to try and take the team forward and see out the rest of his contract, which is through to Euro 2028. Give him that chance. He may as well. He's contracted anyway, and I think he can do it. He probably needs more time to instill this kind of mental toughness and belief against the truly elite teams. And when you get to the Euros, you don't have Argentina, you don't have Brazil, so you have teams that maybe England are a bit more familiar with and maybe believe they can win. To beat France, that's a massive psychological positive, I think.
Well, he speaks of France, and if England beats them, that's psychological edge they have. Yeah, I mean, Mbappe is a goal away from overtaking Messi. Bar the third place game, France were having this attacking threat that's other nations feared. Is he able to achieve that, Mbappe?
Yeah, I think he will be able to achieve that in this game, because you're playing against an England team or an England side that isn't motivated to play this game, because look, they missed out on the ultimate goal. They didn't even make it to the final. So, yeah, they are thinking, I mean, what is there to play for? Because that is what they've been built up for. That is to get to the final of the World Cup and win it. And if you end up missing out on the World Cup final, it's not even you missing out on the title. You didn't even make it to the final. What's there to play for? So there isn't much to play for from a team perspective, and from an individual perspective, there isn't much to play for, because Bellingham, yes, he's gunning for the Golden Ball award, the best player of the tournament award, but you know that once you miss out on the final, you are not getting it. It's a Messi thing, or someone from the Spanish team, and I'm thinking Rodri. They are the ones going to get. So if you are Bellingham, I mean, what are you playing for? Harry Kane is not going to win the Golden Boot, realistically, because he's a bit far off Mbappe and Lionel Messi. So there isn't much motivation coming from the individual standpoint. Declan Rice has some fatigue and illness issues, so you know he's not going to be playing. Elliot Anderson has played a lot of games, so he's very likely to be rested in this one. So you're going to be playing against more or less a depleted England team that isn't necessarily motivated. So if you are France and you are Mbappe, yeah, this is the chance for you to, I mean, stack the the individual statistics and mainly the goals and be able to walk away with the Golden Boot award, knowing very well that you missed out on the main goal, which is to get to the final and win the title. And on top of that, you know, with France, Didier Deschamps, this is his final game in charge. So although we missed out on giving him the ultimate farewell, which is by winning the title. I mean, the bronze medal wouldn't be that bad. I mean, 2018 they won the title. 2022 they finished second. Yeah, I mean, why not close it out the chapter by winning a bronze medal and have a full set of medals at the World Cup in your collection. So I honestly believe that France's overall quality and the fact that they are more motivated will get them to beat England and end up winning the bronze medal. But before you take over. Yeah, I think Tuchel should go. Look.
Really?
Look, it sounds harsh. Look, it sounds harsh, but on the surface it sounds very harsh. It sounds very harsh. But because this is his first tournament. I mean, this is his first tournament, and he got to the semi-final. But you have to look at context. So he comes in to a situation where Gareth Southgate has built this England team to win. And
semi-final
World Cup 2018, final back-to-back Euros. And he comes in as the guy who will be able to get them over the edge, over the hump.
Okay.
So one, he couldn't get them over the hump because semi-final, they crumbled. That's one. And number two, there was bound to be change with the way England was supposed to play. They weren't supposed to be playing your traditional English style of football under Tuchel, this sophisticated German head coach.
Okay.
And what did they end up doing in the most crucial game? They ended up playing traditional Route 1 kind of football, which is, kick and run kind of football.
That's it.
Which is normally associated with a lot of the English team play. So the style didn't change. The results, overall, ultimate result didn't change. And on top of that, you look at the relationship between him and his players. Ryan made a great point by notifying or highlighting the contrasting views from the players and from Thomas Tuchel, where he is saying that, my tactics were great, my tactics were fine, and the players are saying, I think we should have attacked more, we should have attacked. So clearly, you can tell that there's a discord between the players, especially the senior figures in the team, and then the manager. That clearly, for me, it's the ultimate breaking point. I honestly don't think they will trust him fully moving forward. I honestly don't think they will have much confidence in him moving forward fully. And I don't think they would. They are the group that would ultimately want to die for him. I mean, you saw how Jurgen Klopp, he related with his players. We've seen how the Argentine players relate with Lionel Messi. They will take a bullet for him. Players do that for some of the coaches that they play under. We saw the Man United players under Fergie and all. I don't see that.
Even Arsene Wenger.
In their heyday, I don't see the same thing happening with this England group of players and Thomas Tuchel. And that for me is a big signal that, he has to go.
Who takes over now?
Who takes over? Off the top of my head, I'm thinking the Croatia former coach, Zlatko Dalic, because he has a brilliant resume when it comes to tournaments.
True though.
I mean, this guy took a group of players. Right? I mean, his style of play is very organized and very structured, and it allows for free-flowing football. I mean, we've seen Croatia over the years. And he went to the World Cup final in 2018. He finished third in the 2022 World Cup. The UEFA Nations League, they finished second one time. So he's built for tournament football, which is what England need right now to be able to excel.
But then one argues he's not won it, has he?
He hasn't won it. I mean, overall, Croatia have had a good collection of players a good group of top-level players over the years, but overall, as a unit, their quality tends to fall short in comparison to England. I mean, this England national team, the squad that they have, the players that they have, I think they are better than what he's worked with throughout his time at Croatia.
Maybe younger
and
as well.
And younger too, yeah. And so for me, I think they should try to have a look at him if they ever consider sacking Thomas Tuchel, or do what the finalists in this year's World Cup are doing or have done. Go in for a guy who is very meticulous in his structure and his ways, or the details in the tactics and all, but he's not necessarily a household name.
Okay.
Because you look at Scaloni, he was an under-20 coach.
Yeah.
You look at Luis de la Fuente, he came from the under-17, under-19, under-21.
That's true.
And he built the team and he got to this far. I mean, 12 members of the Spanish national team played under de la Fuente at the junior level.
Yeah.
So going for someone, Lee Carsley was a candidate, the under-21 coach.
Yeah.
He won the European Championship twice with England, but he got the job on an interim basis because he had to serve, and it didn't necessarily go well, and he's already turned it down once. So clearly, he wants to be a bit in the background, behind the scenes, and do his own thing. So I'm thinking going for a Premier League coach, former coach.
An English,
former EPL coach. I'm thinking someone who's attack-minded. It has to be Rob Edwards, former Wolves coach.
Would they take time for him? Because from what you described, it seemed, you mentioned Lionel Scaloni, you mentioned what's his name? De La Fuente. They were through the ranks to this level. Now England is not having that chance to allow somebody through that ranks get to that level. So they are calling managers big guys from spaces. Do you think they have the time and patience to get someone through the ranks?
If you've dealt with the EPL pressure, I don't think you need a lot of time adapting.
Tuchel dealt with the EPL pressure.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. That on the surface, it's very harsh to sack him.
Okay.
But based on the context, the issues that unfolded in the World Cup and how they lost, like your task was to correct the mentality, the mentality that has crippled England all these years.
Do you think he had enough time
And
to do
he
that?
You didn't correct the mentality.
But did he have enough time to do that?
I mean, yes, you didn't have enough time, but the changes that you made also didn't contribute to solving that situation.
But that's one mistake he made, isn't it?
That's the thing. So you've come in, all the factors that I noted. So you've come in, and one of the main things that you have to do is to correct the mentality that's prevented England from being able to take the next step. And you came and you actually did the opposite, where England didn't fight back. That's what practically happened.
Is there any manager in the stream, English, you feel Rob has that?
That's why I mentioned Rob, because Eddie Howe looked to be.
Speak of the mentality.
I think he has the mentality, because look at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Terrible. He came in at the time, they were just terrible, conceding goals all the way, left, right, center, all over the place. But he came in and instantly, you could tell that they had a fight about them, where I think they drew with Arsenal, and they recorded a big win over one of the title contenders. And even in the games that they lost, you could tell that they were very competitive. They were always putting pressure on the opposing team. Clear identity, passing out from the back, even though it drove me nuts. That they didn't necessarily have the quality materials to be able to constantly build out from the back. But he clearly always insisted that they did so. And for me, that is the hallmark of a manager, a top-level manager. So if they don't go in for, let's say, a guy like Zlatko Dalic, the former Croatian head coach, honestly, I think they should follow the example of Argentina and Spain and go in for a guy whose name is less heralded, but has proven himself in a very more or less tight space or small space, but has been able to prove himself that if you give him the opportunity, that he has potential, that if you give him the opportunity, he will be able to do something big. Once he gets a bigger platform, once he gets more quality materials to work with, and once he gets surrounded by top-level people and gets to work in a top-level environment. We've seen this happen at the club side with Vincent Kompany, where Burnley get relegated. His team barely gets relegated in the Premier League. and Bayern Munich goes ahead, hires him, and now look at him. Yeah, he's a big deal, and he's doing some great things with Bayern Munich. So for me, that would be the two guys that I would suggest if Pep Guardiola isn't on the team.
France has gotten Deschamps here for 14 years. He's won the World Cup with them in 2018.
Yeah.
Now, with what has happened, England is playing in the bronze final. What are the realistic targets for English fans, and you are one, in terms of trophies? You think Yao should go, but I mean, should he stay and win the Euros before you consider in 2028 before you consider getting a new guy in? Or you think, look, we should also get somebody in the stream and stay there and get to some certain number of years before we look at winning maybe 2030 or the next World Cup, 34?
I think so. I think he, notwithstanding the really good points that you made, but like, I think he's got that chance to. The thing is, the whole country's going to be behind that team and the manager for the 2028 Euros. I remember Euro 96 in England being just a huge thing. And I can just imagine that with it being at home, it will similarly be a huge thing for him. He's got that chance, even though some quite emotional England fans, like some are calling for him to leave. Realistically, the FA extended his contract to the Euros 2028. So I imagine if they decided to sack him, it would involve quite a significant financial compensation. So why would they want to do that, firstly?
Okay.
Secondly, if you go through to the Euros in 2028, in the meantime, you've got a chance to see some of the other coaches that are coming through the English Premier League system as well. So Frank Lampard at Coventry, for example, coming through, doing a really great job in the Championship. Having previously managed at Chelsea, you'll then have like a season or two to see how he fares at Coventry as well. You could be an elite level England coach potentially of the future. Sorry,
Kieran McKenna.
Yeah, exactly. So you have a bit more time to consider alternatives if it doesn't work out. But in the meantime, I think the two achievements that we should be really going for are winning this match now, winning the Euros in 2028, definitely. And then if he does that, carry on. If he doesn't, it's a good chance then to give someone else a turn. And give them 2 years to build up to the World Cup in 2030.
Well, that's important. But what do you make of the performance so far of Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane himself? You know, as English fans, on the off-air we're talking about the probabilities of some of these players not showing up in the next World Cup. I mean, how would you rate them?
I'm a massive fan of Jude Bellingham, I can't lie. I'm also a Liverpool fan, so I was hoping he was going to come to Liverpool. He went to Madrid, it was tragic for me. But I think this is something where I think Tuchel's done a really good job with him of like almost psychologically managing him to say, yes, you're at Madrid, you're this like wonder kid, but you're not guaranteed to get a game every game. And in the build-up to the World Cup, he made Morgan Rogers play there instead, and he did a really good job, actually, to the point where people were thinking, will Bellingham get called up? And then he gets called up, and he's played a blinding World Cup almost through almost every single game. Maybe not so much the Argentina game. Kane, I think, there were some games in the World Cup where he like almost single-handedly got us through, and we over-relied on him in some ways. And then for Argentina, A, he didn't really turn up, but B, he was also made, especially in the last 20 minutes, to play a much more defensive kind of role. He was almost like a holding role. It was really, really strange to see. He did still, deliver that really great ball to Morgan Rogers to get the cross into Gordon to get the goal. So he still performed really well. But my worry is away from him, there's no one else coming through in the pipeline. And we might be able to get another great tournament out of him for the Euros 2028, but surely we can't be thinking he's going to make it to the World Cup 2030. He'll be 36.
Would that be a blow for England?
I think so, yeah, because there's no one else obvious to come in to replace him. I mean, the people have talked a bit about Delap and others, but he's not at that level yet, right?
Level,
yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think he would be a big loss when his time comes. So hopefully we can get the Euros out of him at least. But and one more great match tonight, fingers crossed.
We'll talk about that game tonight and talk tactics, next. But we'll go for a short break. When we come back in studio, we talk France, England, who should start and how the approach should be. We'll be back.
What if your ideas could shape the future of education in Ghana? If you were a brilliant pre-secondary student aged 11 to 15, this is your moment to shine. Welcome to the Literacy Challenge 2026, the national literacy competition that celebrates young thinkers, great writers, and future leaders. This year's challenge is all about artificial intelligence and education. The topic: in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence (AI) in education. Advise on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning, while ensuring that students in rural and underserved communities are not left behind. Remember, your essay must be in your own handwriting, must be endorsed by a parent, guardian or teacher, and include your full contact details. Submit your entry by Thursday, 30th July 2026 at the front desk of Channel 1 TV or PO Box GP 14123 Accra Central. Stand a chance to win 10,000 Ghana cedis cash, a laptop, and earn the title of Ghana's most outstanding all-round pre-secondary student. For more information, call 0205 973 973. The Literacy Challenge 2026 is powered by Citi FM with support from Channel 1 TV. And it's proudly sponsored by Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance, and Advocates Publishing.
Welcome back. This is Welcome Central on Channel 1 TV, and the number will pop up on your screen for you to share your thought with us here on Channel 1 TV on Welcome Central. We're talking France and England in that bronze final. Interestingly, is it really relevant? We played the third place match. Did you think it's important to do, or for that medal, the bronze? For that paper, we should play it. I don't know what you think of in relation to this. Let us know what you think on the number that pops up on your screen. But it is match day, and while strikers dream of finding the back of the net, goalkeepers have one mission: protect the goal and keep a clean sheet. That's the same mindset Fiesta brings to every moment that matters. When it's game time, make the smart save with Fiesta condoms. So whether you prefer classic, whether you prefer extra thin, all night, dotted, strawberry, or fruity, there's a Fiesta for every style of play. Okay? So this World Cup season, play smart, stay protected, and keep clean, or your clean sheets intact. Lovely, isn't it? That's Fiesta condom for you. Let's get into the tactics. That which would help you play a solid game and indeed, staying protected and all of that. Let's get into tactics now. Let me come to you, Yao, before I move back to Ryan. Yao, would you want the same starting 11 from France, for example, in this game?
No. No, I wouldn't
from their
want
last
the same.
game, you wouldn't want to see
I wouldn't want
Why? You want to give the likes of N'Golo Kante an opportunity?
Yeah. I mean, clearly you can tell that this is N'Golo Kante's last run with the French national team. I mean, so just let him play. Okay. Let him play in this game. And
he's 35 now.
Yeah, let him play. And before I continue, yes, this third and fourth place game, it matters.
Okay.
It does matter. Yeah.
It does matter because
Why?
You have a situation where you have, let's say, Ghana qualified to this stage.
Okay.
Then it's never happened to us before.
Yeah.
We want to win something. Then because there is no third and fourth place game, all our efforts end up in nothing. We come home empty-handed.
Okay.
You get my point.
Okay.
You need to create room for, let's say, a Cinderella story, or more or less a feel-good story.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. Maybe the G.I.J. story.
And so,
you have to be a hero in your own space.
So create a platform, parity.
Yeah.
There's proper structure. There's number 1, there's number 2, there's number 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3 has to be battled for. So whether you want to play the game or you don't want to play the game, you have to play the game. Because those are the rules of the competition. If you don't like it, you can opt out. But once you sign up to play the competition, these are the rules. So you sign up and you play. At the end of the day, if you end up winning it, let's say you are France and you end up winning bronze, you can choose not to celebrate it, or you can choose to celebrate it. But at the end of the day, in order to ensure that there isn't a situation where a country will go to the semi-final, lose, but doesn't get a chance to take home something, but feels aggrieved. But you have a situation where another country will go to the semi-final, lose, and feel like, oh, okay, this third and fourth place game is useless. So it's good that we don't even have to play that particular game. To ensure that there is parity and there's not this constant flow of hate, love for the game, you just ensure that we are playing it, whether you like it or not. If you win it or if you don't win it, then you decide what to do with it. So for me, that third and fourth place game, it has to be played, and I'm okay with it being part of the tournament format.
Well, apart from Mbappe, who surprised you most in the French setup?
Mbappe has surprised me with his mindset. I mean, he's been more of a team player in this tournament. I mean, leading up to this tournament, there was this constant narrative that he's selfish.
That's true.
He doesn't track back. He doesn't sacrifice for the team. And even before the tournament started, he addressed it that he said it, and that he's willing to sacrifice for the team, track back, and work more defensively.
Has he done that?
To help the team?
Did he do
I think
that?
he's done that. I
Okay.
think he's done that to a large extent. I've seen him on multiple occasions in situations where he can shoot, and I've seen him shoot in those situations when he's playing for Real Madrid.
Okay.
But in this tournament, I've seen him lay the ball off to Olise. I've seen him lay the ball off to Dembele. So his approach has surprised me. But as in his performance, no, it hasn't surprised me at all. And I expect there to be changes in this game. I mean, I expect to see instead of Lucas Dean, I expect to see Theo Hernandez start rather than come off the bench. I expect to see N'Golo Kante start.
Okay.
I expect to see Manu Kone start. I expect to see
Ryan Cherki?
Ryan Cherki start. I expect to see Ryan Cherki start. I don't expect to see Dembele start. I mean, he has a checkered injury history. I mean, we missed out on the main goal, so why risk him?
Okay.
Yeah, you have a lot of attacking options anyway. I mean, Akluchi is there. You can bring on Zaire Emery. He's also in there. I expect to see Mateta. Either Mateta.
So would you Mateta? Okay.
Yeah, I expect to see either Mateta or Marcus Thuram start, so that it will be more or less like a 4-4-2. Then you have Mbappe play off a big striker that he really, really loves doing. And yeah, those are the changes I expect to see. I mean, yes, Ibrahima Konate. I expect to see Ibrahima Konate also start this game. So yeah, I expect to see some significant number of changes to the starting lineup for France.
Ryan, do you think what he describes will weaken both teams? Because we're also discussing the probability of giving other guys the opportunity. Don't you think it will weaken the team? Because if you move back, it was France, Spain. That was a top competitive, highly competitive fixture, and of course starting 11 or so. The other end saw England, Argentina, and the matchup was also strong in terms of player quality. Don't you think if that change comes, it will weaken this third place, which we say is important?
The match itself, I mean, I think the thing is as well, if you bring some of these players that haven't really played much at the same time, and it gives them a chance to shine at this like final chance at the World Cup, then not necessarily. I mean, as you were saying, giving N'Golo Kante a chance to play his like last game. On our side, it could be Harry Kane's last World Cup. So I mean, I think you'd want him to start and play. So, but at the same time, you have a few other players that are given a chance to shine. I don't think it will weaken it. I think what would is if you literally change the entire starting 11, and I don't imagine either coach is going to do that because there's something still to win, as you were saying. But a few tweaks here and there where you think, okay, give this person a chance, they can maybe bring something different. I don't think will materially affect it.
Who would you want changing the England team? Who would you want start this game?
I want to see a little bit of a nod to the future, except for Kane. That's the one, player where I'm thinking, okay, you've got to start Kane.
Okay.
But maybe
no Ivan Toney for Kane.
No, I mean, he's not really one for the future either. I don't think.
He's 30.
Exactly. So I would say play Kane for about maybe 60 minutes.
Okay.
Bring him off because he's played like every single minute of every single match so far. So I'm sure he's tired. And then you could bring on Watkins or Toney. Doesn't really matter which one, I think. But each one of them can get a run out. I'd like to see Anthony Gordon have another game as well. Actually, build on the last game. Hopefully, get that confidence as well going even more so. I think Bellingham's got to play, but again, bring him off maybe in the second half as someone else. Like
starts Rodgers.
Maybe you could bring him off for Rodgers or even for Eze as well.
Okay.
Give him a chance. I personally really want to see Kobbie Mainoo play.
Okay.
I would like to see him play probably instead of Anderson personally, and just if Rice is okay, that is, then play those two together as a pivot. If Rice is feeling a bit off, Anderson and Mainoo instead, I think, just to give him a chance. And the only other real change I want to see is goalkeeper, because again, I think you need to build for future, and Pickford's not the future.
But he's Pickford. Oh, all right, that's fine.
He's a
brilliant goalkeeper. He reads the game well.
He's good, but then you see again in that game against Argentina, like Bellingham was really going for him about the fact that like he let in a really good goal right in the middle of the goal. You know, I mean, he totally misread it. And you've got two goalies behind him coming up, James Trafford, Dean Henderson, who have a chance to stake a claim. I think give one
Dean
of them
Henderson
a
is
chance.
29 though.
Yeah, but I mean, goalkeepers,
Well.
you can play for a while, right? So I think he has either one of them gives them a chance. But if you really want to give it to youth Trafford, give him a chance to play. And there was one more I was thinking at the back line as well of a Kwanzaa. Yeah, I'd like to see him come on. He was playing really well for England when he filled in at right back. Again, maybe it might be worth pulling him on. So yeah, maybe 4 or 5 changes. Otherwise, pretty much the same.
Will it give the game the same feel you saw against Argentina?
I think
kind
so.
Of fight, the drive. Maybe even Norway,
Yeah, I think so because, again, there's something to win still in this match. And I think those players coming on, if they do those changes, will have something to prove. So yeah, I think they should be pretty driven. And it was interesting, I found, in the comments to the press between Tuchel and Deschamps. Deschamps was saying, this is the game that no one wants to play. And you can kind of see why, given they won, before and stuff. Tuchel initially said something similar, and then very recently he said, but then again, if we win, this will be England's best finish since 1966. So if he's able to turn that round into motivational words to the players and say, do something, deliver something, then there's still a chance that they could be welcomed home as heroes, So that should be motivating. If it isn't, there's a deeper lying problem, I think, with this England team personally. But
I mean, think about it. If they end up finishing third, this would be England's best finish at the World Cup since 1966. And people are advocating that you should wipe it off. As in wipe the third and fourth place game away. Yeah, so for me, it should stand.
Yeah, agreed.
It should stand, and it should stick around for as long as possible, because there's always, it is something. Yeah, if you don't like how it turns out after the semi-final, and you don't want to celebrate it the way others will celebrate it, fine, that's a personal choice.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an individual choice. But the overall view, it changes. It changes the outlook. I mean, imagine the Belgium golden generation
Never having
win or won anything, or never getting to win anything, because the 2018 World Cup didn't have a third and fourth place game. It isn't the biggest thing out there, but it is something. It is something. 2010, Spain and the Netherlands played in the final. Germany finished third. 4 years later, it was the Germans that won the World Cup. Exactly. They won something, and they built on it, because that German team was very young. Mesut Ozil, Khedira, those young boys. They won something, and it gave them the experience on how, or taste of what winning feels like at the biggest stage of the World Cup, or football, which is the World Cup. Then 4 years later, those guys used that experience. They tapped into that experience, Bastian Schweinsteiger and co. And then they turned a bronze medal into a gold medal. So imagine if you had scrapped off that match, Germany gets to the semi-finals, and boom, that's it. They don't win anything. They walk away with nothing. Imagine the crushing effect on the boys. So for me, I think it should stay, because you never know what it will do in the long run. You just never know.
That Germany example is spot on as well, about what that could do for England. Potentially as well in 4 years' time. 4
years' time.
Yeah.
You just never know.
The England places third, a better chance to win the Euro 2028?
Yeah, I think so, because again, if the belief that
you haven't won anything.
Exactly.
You haven't won anything. So if you win a bronze medal, it is something.
Yeah, exactly. It's something, and it's against the previous world champions, and they're one of the, outside of outside of England, France and Spain and Germany are probably like the four biggest teams in Europe that you'd expect to reach the semi-finals of Euro 2028. If we can beat France, that should give us belief going forward.
And it's France. I mean, the history between those two countries, very huge. So if you beat France and you win the World Cup and you win the bronze medal at the World Cup, you are killing two birds with one stone. Actually, even three, because you are building yourself and setting yourself up for the future. So, I mean, why scrap it? Why scrap the bronze medal game? Keep it.
Getting to this game, what has been your best rating so far for this English team?
Oh, best rating, as in the best performance?
Best performance.
Best performance. So they beat Croatia. They drew with Ghana. They beat Panama.
I can help you with that.
They beat DR Congo. They beat Mexico. They beat Norway. And then
lost to Argentina.
I think it will be the Mexico game. It has to be the Mexico game, because
the rivalry and all of that.
No, because they got to Mexico with fewer days to prepare for the altitude, to deal with the altitude, and they had just played against a very physical DR Congo team. The whole stadium, I mean, like 70,000, 80,000 people all against them. And the fact that Kwanzaa got a red card, they had to dig themselves out. The way they handled it, I mean, Dan Ben was like knights, just slicing through everything with his headers, towering above every Mexican challenge. That has to be their best performance. That has to be their best performance.
You agree?
I agree. Yeah, up until that match, I would have said Croatia.
Oh, okay.
The Croatia game was good.
But when the Mexico game happened, I just thought and that's the really annoying thing about the mentality and everything else we've been talking about. I thought that, for me, I thought, he's cracked it. We're able to get through this game at altitude with a really hostile crowd, and we were a man sent off, and all the rest of it. This team believes, and then we go against Argentina, and it just goes.
That's why for people who are against Tuchel staying beyond this tournament, I mean, the argument they raised was that it was against Mexico, and England is supposed to be Mexico, and the Mexicans aren't as good as the Argentines, and so once they try to replicate the same thing against Argentina, they fell short. And what that means or meant is that England are still not there yet.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of folks wouldn't necessarily put a lot of emphasis on that Mexico game. But trust me, I mean, if we are looking at it from a single standpoint, individually, which game was the best? It has to be the Mexico game. It has to be the Mexico game.
Wow, interesting. Jesus Noel Valenzuela Souls is the officiating official for this game. He's issued 1,786 yellow cards and 51 red cards.
Wow.
There've been this discussion around officiating officials and their decisions in this competition. And when Kwanzaa was given that red card, Tuchel was asked at the presser, and he's like, "Oh, maybe they should get Donald Trump to come and help overturn it." But is it worrying this start when you look at it, for example, going into a game? But before that, we have the lineup some right before you. So a little bit of a change in the Cherki, Adrien and Emery, in the middle in a 4-3-3 for France, and Olise and all of the boys in there as well. So there you have it in your shorts. Mbappe doing surprise, any surprises in there. And the England list is also out. So it's Eze, Rice in the double pivot, Marcus Rashford, Morgan Rogers, Bukayo Saka, and Ivan Toney.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, he's
So
really changed it a lot.
And Dean Henderson
Dean Henderson.
imposed. Konsa and Gay in a 4 and 5 position. Konsa and Spence, on the other sides as well. Surprised, Ryan? Surprised?
I'm surprised Rice is even starting. I mean, the guy he's running on fumes. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. I mean, he's tired. I mean, look,
I agree.
Arteta ran him to the ground to win the title, and he has featured extensively in this tournament. Played at altitude.
Yeah.
He's dealt with illnesses, and so honestly, starting him in this game, especially when you have Elliot Anderson in there, Kobe Mainoo's also in there, I am surprised. I am really surprised. I get it that yes, you need a holding midfielder because you fielded Rogers and Eze. But for me, it should have been Elliot Anderson, and this would have been a great time to have Jordan Henderson, and he went and broke his wrist. I mean, without even necessarily playing any major minutes in this tournament. He played 6 minutes in this entire tournament. And I'm very disappointed. But I'm surprised that Rice is in there. Aside Rice, I think everyone in there is a quite expected pick.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Maybe Tony's the only one that surprised me a little bit. I thought he would start Harry Kane and then bring someone like Tony or Watkins on. But yeah, I don't know what Mainoo has to do to get a game. I really don't. Wow. That is surprising, I think. And the only thing I could think of with like playing Rice is maybe the leadership aspect. Maybe that's it, because there's no one else that's starting that's like a sort of captain experience. Wow. Maybe.
Okay, well, Kane not starting. Okay, I get it. I mean, at the end of the day, he's not gunning for anything. So, aside the Rice pick, I think everyone is okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's
Bukayo Saka starting,
I
like it. I mean, they've managed his injury throughout the tournament. This is the final game. So, let him have a good run out. So, I'm okay with it.
We've got about 6 minutes to exit, but shorts is look, this is football, and this is what we love as fans, what it gives us outside the stadium itself is what's also very beautiful, what this tournament brings. So the head-to-head, you have it between the two countries, the number of wins, draws, losses as well, the rankings, the FIFA World Cup appearances as well. Interestingly, it's the same. And, 1966 for England and for France. Their last time was in 2018. So that's the best result for the two. And we are hoping to get something interesting. But I mentioned the record of the officiating official. You have anything to say to that?
I mean, I think with this game, it will be competitive, but I don't think it will be as bad-tempered as like the Argentina-England game. So hopefully it won't be too bad. You might get a couple of yellow cards.
Yeah.
Otherwise, hopefully it should be okay. It would be a shame to spoil it with a red, but we'll I guess we'll see.
All right. There you have it. Marcus Rashford. Happy he's playing, y'all.
Oh yeah. I
28
mean,
years.
he's come off the bench a couple of times. The last game against Argentina, I thought he should have been introduced way earlier.
Yeah.
Came in with what 5 minutes left. Like that for me was very disappointing. But he getting the chance to start this game, yeah, I like it a lot. I mean, he's deserved it. I'm looking at the way he's contributed to the cause in this campaign. He got a goal against Croatia. Yeah, served well off the bench. So now that you've missed out on the main goal and you have more or less a compensation game to play, yeah, why not just give him a bit of a reward for all the good things that he's done on the pitch and off the pitch, because he's been a very disciplined player. You haven't heard anything from him as in terms of complaint or anything of that sort. Because with the French national team, there were reports that Ryan Cherki wasn't happy with his minutes.
Meanwhile, Didier Deschamps and his boys.
A few issues were there, but you didn't hear anything coming from the England camp connecting or connected to Marcus Rashford. So this is a very good reward for him to be able to just get a good run out in possibly his last World Cup too, because he's 28 now. The 2030 World Cup, he'll be 32. And looking at the wealth of quality that's coming through the ranks in those wing areas, it's very possible that, this is his last World Cup. And so, having him get a good run out, I think is well deserved.
Oh, Didier Deschamps in your picture with, the players of France acquainting themselves with the weather, the facility in itself as well in May. And hopefully, it's a good time for them to show us something great again. There's a team many tipped to win the World Cup in England too, but they end up playing in the bronze final. Hopefully, they're able to do it. So that's what's been on your screen so far from the French national team. We'll be seeing also the English national team and their arrival shortly before we take leave of you. But, before we even get into that, what would be your prediction in terms of numbers, Ryan?
I am going to go for 2-1 England.
In 90 minutes, extra time?
Extra time.
Extra time?
Yeah.
Wow, you love the nerve, like what the game comes with.
Exactly, yeah. I'm used to it now as an England fan as well.
Absolutely, and as a Liverpool fan too.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your prediction into this?
I think I'll go 4-2 win for France.
4-2?
Yeah, 4-2 win for France. You
Is
saw the squad.
Kane scoring 2 equals the number, just like Mbappe 8-8, he's gone 6 now. Because you said 4-2.
No, I think Mbappe will score like a hat trick. We saw. We've already seen it with France. France and Norway both are qualified already to the tournament, to the round of 32. And Norway fielded a weakened team, and France fielded a strong team. Dembele ended up scoring a hat trick. So, with Dembele not starting this game, Olise ever so ready to provide an assist. Desiree Doué saying, and Mbappe starting, and the fact that France have fielded quite a strong team than England. I definitely see Mbappe scoring a hat-trick. So for me, 4-2. 4-2 win for France.
That is crazy, guys. But you have it in your shot. This is the Three Lions and their dressing room. That's Rice in your picture. I have a few. They're going to do a 4-1 England. Maybe, just maybe, a lineup will be popping up on your screen shortly. But that's Jude Bellingham's jersey, Kane as well. Great guys. And there you have it. The Three Lions, they are calm and waiting. Kane in your short team arrival. This guy, this might just be his last World Cup. There you have it. The other guys as well. And importantly, the head coach, Thomas Tuchel, who is under enormous pressure to produce results for this national team. Third spot will be one that he will speak about for a minute. So there you have it. Jude Bellingham as well, a great guy, a guy I love his celebration, his goal celebration in particular. It's so nice. Rice as well, in there with the other lads following. You know, these guys should stay motivated. Look, this is still a World Cup game, and it's important we have it in that way. So there you have it, the English national team. In your show. We'll be joining GTV Sports Plus for the rest of the analysis and later the game at 9 p.m. This is Channel 1 TV. You have the game live on your screens. Thank you very much, Yao Ejeminta. Thank you, Ryan Wilson, as well. Great to have you here always.
Great to be here.
And of course, you for joining us as well. I was unable to gather your messages today. I know you'll forgive me. You know, I'll have time to do it tomorrow, and then we'll talk to that as well. Let's join GTV Sports Plus. I am Bernard Abekoche. This is Channel 1 TV. Let's World Cup Central.
So your oral health fun World Cup. Well, we acknowledge still our sponsor.